Good evening. And now for something completely different. The mystery that baffles the art world. Some experts have noticed portraits of the same person by different classic artists. This wouldn't be so much of a problem if the paintings were not centuries apart. With us, our art correspondent, Toby Pencil. Hello, Toby?
Yes, indeed, Walter. There is a huge question mark around century-old painting because we can see what appears to be the same man in different eras without him aging a single bit. Middle-aged, fat, bearded, this person is seen in a range of work of art from an obscure Renaissance diptych to an 18th century portrait and even to modern Norman Rockwell, Van Gogh, or this recently discovered portrait by Frida Kahlo. He's sometimes seen alongside a lady who seems of Asian descent. She was spotted in the same Renaissance work, but also in contemporary portrait by Van Gogh or Gauguin. So, are they time traveler? Is it just a series of coincidences and resemblance? The Smithsonian Institution is working closely with the Louvre Museum in Paris and the British Museum in London to clear this mystery.
That is extremely interesting, Toby. Is it possible that the man in this portrait is painting all these himself in the styles of different artists? No. I was just joking.
That's good to love sometime, yes.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much and keep us posted if you have something new.
Yes, I will. No problem. Thank
you. And now a word from our sponsors.
Well, that will be a very quick word because I don't have any sponsors. So, but I have a new video about the style of Frida Kahlo. Let's do this. Hi guys. If I had a penny for each time you asked me to study Frida Kahlo, I'd be a very rich man by now. So let's see everything we can learn about the Mexican icon today. But I have a few announcements first. One, continue to like, share and comment this video with your ideas and your requests. Subscribe to our channel. And two, if you follow this video, don't hesitate to post your works of art in social media with the hashtag MGFCPaint so I can see them. Just like this very sweet portrait in the style of Vincent van Gogh by Lindsay Baker, aka Very Naughty Boy 42. This portrait is not only full of emotions, but it exudes the light of a sunny afternoon. So now, Frida Kahlo. Her life could be a full telenovela full of action and twists. Born in 1907, she was a very promising student despite her affliction with polio, which, among other health issues, made her left leg shorter and thinner than her right one. She was about to go to medical school when she was injured in a bus accident at the age of 18. Impaled on an iron handrail, Kahlo suffered all her life from injuries on her pelvic bone, abdomen, uterus, spine, right leg and collarbone. Condemned to a lot of solitary bed rest, she focused on her paintings, often doing her own portrait as no one else was around. Heavily engaged to the communist cause, she met Diego Rivera in 1928 and they fell in love, married 1 year later in a kind of open marriage. But it ended in 1939 mainly due to their mutual infidelities, although they stayed friends. Frida Kahlo passed away in 1954 after a life of suffering and health problems. The art of Frida Kahlo is a very expressive and colorful blend of Mexican folk art, naive art and surrealism. We often find references to the Mexican nature and plants and to her different pets. She had monkeys, parrots among others, that helped her with her loneliness. Very often Frida Kahlo was not representing herself but a character inspired by her, a mix of her colorful imagination and her sad reality. So let's try to do something with these elements. The base for this little exercise will be two paintings, the self-portrait with monkey from 1938 and the self-portrait with thorn necklace and hummingbird from 1940. We can find her recognizable symbols, the Mexican vegetation in the background, her pets as companion, and her iconic crown of flowers. Start by priming your canvas with a tint of yellow ochre that will give us the feeling of exotic sun we need for this. Frida Kahlo was painting in a naive style, meaning her drawings had the naivete of a child's drawing. To create the illusion of a child's trait, I drew everything without taking any measurement, no model or guide, only from memory and imagination. This allowed me to eliminate a lot of details and focus on the essential lines of the drawing like a child would. More than a resemblance, this portrait is at the same time an idealization and a representation of your inner self as you see it in your mind. Trace your sketch with a thin black line. Keep in mind that you will sometimes paint over it and sometimes not. This might not be the final form of your drawing. Like a coloring book, we will now fill each zone with its midtone. The colors are not too light and not too dark. For the whites, for example, use a light gray, as you will add white lights later. Choose bright, colorful hues, especially for the flowers and animals, and try to apply these as flat as possible without any impasto. Choose darker versions of your midtones to apply your shadows. You can add a bit of black or brown to get them. You can use either transparency or small dry brush touches, but try to keep the change of color gradual. Eliminate all brush strokes. Same way, apply your lights by simply adding white to your midtones. As usual, tie everything up by adding details. The pistil of a flower here, or a more defined fur in the dog. I even decided to add bright green glasses at the last minute. And here you go. Show me your Frida Kahlo inspired pieces on social media using hashtag MGFCPaint for My Geek Family Cotton Paint. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, share it, and comment with your request. I hope to see you soon. Cheers!